Hello and welcome to a brand new YouTube channel. My name is Mayhem and this is my first attempt at producing a gameplay YouTube video. Now where do we start? Where do you start with new commentary, new videos and a complete novice? Well, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my experiences with producing a YouTube video for the very first time. So this began a long time ago. I've been gaming through, I guess about 10 years or so, something like that. Seen a lot of YouTube, watched a ton of YouTube, and thought to myself, you know, that'd be kind of cool just to, to upload videos or whatnot for everybody to see, and like everybody else, just start for fun, show your friends, and say, look how brilliant I am, and go from there. So I finally got around to doing it. I've got, the decent PC. I've got the microphones, I've got the recording devices, I've got all the fun jazz that goes with it, and here we are, and this is the final project. So this past week, wow, what can I tell you about that? Now, I don't want to make this all about me banging on about YouTube, but I'm certainly going to give you guys an insight as to just what it takes to produce something like this. I had no idea. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought it was pretty basic. You click on a video, somebody's chatted over the top of it. You're either entertained or you're educated by something, and that's the end of it. That is not the case in any way, shape or form if you want to make it look semi-professional. So this past week, we started off with 3D rendering. So the intro that you see with the burning Mayhem logo, I put that together myself. It took me many hours of swearing and missing out boxes and dropping stuff and not saving things in the right spot, and then it not rendering right, or something would crash. It was an absolute nightmare, but the finished product, I'm pretty happy with it. If you could leave comments down below, let me know your thoughts on it, whether you think it's too long, too short, not animated enough, or whatever, then they would all be greatly appreciated. This is a new channel, as I said, and I want the feedback from you guys so that I can grow it and evolve it and make it into something that's tip-top and shit hot, so to speak. So moving swiftly down the line of things that I've learned. So we did 3D rendering. I've learned a brief amount of Photoshop. Obviously that's to do with thumbnail creation, and again, I hope you like that. This is going to evolve over time, so we'll see how that goes down. Video editing, not going to lie, probably found that the easiest part of this whole quest, and actually that's the fun part for me. I was like, wow, this is really cool. I really got into the video editing. You probably can't see the amount of work involved in the video editing, but I enjoyed the brief amount I understand about the program and the software. I enjoyed doing that. And then of course we come to the audio editing, and hats off to those guys as well. This is a completely different world altogether. I'm no audio guy, I'm not a musician, and so my ears maybe are not as finely pitch tuned as somebody that strums a guitar or banjo every day and knows exactly what they're hearing for in terms of resonances and pitches and noise volumes and all kinds of other stuff. So I've just flat up recorded this and banged it against the video, and hopefully it doesn't sound too bad. It certainly doesn't sound bad on the feedback, on the the playback, but you never know. You guys might be listening to this and going, holy shit, that sounds like ass. But anyway, so moving swiftly along the line from there, those collective things are just a small snippet of the stuff that has had to gone into producing a YouTube video. And I didn't give the guys any kind of hats off, kudos, credit for producing these things. And the guys that do it, let's say professionally, make a sensible living from this, I mean, these guys, hats off to you guys. You do a fantastic job. And I mean, it's much akin with making a real video, or a real film, I should say, except you're the only person doing it all. You don't have the editing crews, and you don't have the the guy with the big furry mic sticking it over the top of your head and all that fun jazz. No, you're on your own. You've recorded your own gameplay, you've slapped it onto the software, and you've edited it and twisted it and added stuff to it and tried to make it look as fancy and as professional as possible, and everybody's done that sitting on their own doing it themselves. So hats off, kudos, and much respect for anybody actually that's ever produced a YouTube video. Those people obviously understand exactly what's involved in this, and it's I'm not going to lie, it's a lot of work. So back to the channel and back to my my plans and what I'm thinking about doing for the future. My upload schedule, I do plan on doing one every single day. I say plan on doing one every single day. This has taken me quite a considerable amount of time just to put this one together, so we'll see about that. But I do plan on uploading every day, and the content will be your usual, I guess, run-of-the-mill, you know, gun reviews and map topics and all the rest of it. I like to, I'm going to try and treat this in a slightly different manner. I am not a pro gamer by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just somebody that likes to pick the game up, have some fun with it. Occasionally, not going to lie, throw the remote control across the room, because, you know, you got to rage, especially when someone's standing in the doorway or something like that and they won't move, or in this case the medics don't pick you up, and the support class, even when you're standing in front of him, jumping up and down and shooting him in the face, won't drop any ammo, and you subsequently get shot. But I suffer with all those things the same as everybody else does, so I'd like to treat this channel as more of a journey with somebody that loves to play. I'd like to think I was reasonably good. I mean, the gameplay you're watching in the background here is, I want to say it was a 28 and 10, which is not a massively high score, but I had fun with it. And if you watch the way this game is, the way this game plays out, we started off really, really well, and then as the game evolves, the other team just got absolutely on top of us. And normally when this happens, and this is something I would like to talk about as well, is this particular map, Fao Fortress. Guys, if you don't control the middle of the map, the C flag, the B flag, the D flag, the A flag, you're not going to win this game. I know it's all fun to go running up to the fort, holding hands, skipping along and whistling Dixie and doo-dah-doo-dah-day, but sitting in the fort, capping 2 flags is not going to win you the game. The rest of the enemy team take all the other flags, they sit on B, you've got no option but to run out of the fort back towards that flag. It's a choke point, much akin to Suez, and you're just gonna die, and the ticket count just racks up. Now, this game didn't actually play out like that, but the other team just got overwhelmed the guys that I was playing with, and I didn't understand what was going on right until the very end. And when I say the end, I do mean when I looked at the scores, and you've got people in there going 3 and 18. I think there was one guy that went 7 and 30 something on the negative end, not the positive end. And I'm like, what are you guys doing? This is, I mean, you can't play when you know, you're not going to win a game if people are dying left, right and centre. There's no medics in this game, nobody's picking anybody else up, so the ticket count is just rack, and you know, we ended up losing the game. I actually had fun. I mean, there's a couple of moments in here where, not this particular moment here where I'm attempting to shoot this guy, but you know, finally got him. There it is. Jesus, that was a lot of work. Thank God I got 5 rounds in the M95. But this game, it was a very odd game. I enjoyed it, I thought I had a lot of fun with it. My connection was great, but we ended up losing. But hey, c'est la vie. That is what it is, and that's sometimes the way it goes. You can't win them all, right? So, upload schedule every single day. Back to that, and gonna do some videos about the upcoming DLC that drops on Tuesday. Super excited. In fact, I am one of those geeky people that, you know, takes a day off work just to play out the game. I want to unlock absolutely everything. I'd like to bring to you guys some reviews about the new guns, the way I think it's going to work out. I know the PC Brigade have already got out there and showed a lot of footage of the Lebel and the Show machine gun and all this fun stuff, because they're playing in the CTE. I play on Xbox One, and I want to bring it to you from a more console perspective. As much as the PC mob like to rule this game as an elitist thing, there's far more people playing on console than there are on PC, and obviously that becomes because, you know, not everybody can go out and afford to drop $3,000 on a computer. So it is what it is, and I like to play on console. I'm a console player. I've not tried it on PC, although now that I have a pretty high-end computer, I think I may be purchasing it and giving it a go. But I think I'm going to probably get absolutely spanked, like most people will when they change out platforms. So we'll see how that goes. But the DLC, I will bring you that from an Xbox perspective, probably starting next weekend after I've got some, you know, gameplays recorded and whatnot. And we'll put them up. We'll have a look at the maps together. I'll tell you my thoughts, viewpoints, what I think about them, what I think's bad, good, whatever. indifferent, and we'll try and unlock all those guns so that we can get some sort of review as to how the new stuff, you know, is working out, and all that fun jazz. So watch out for that in the future. That's all going to come, so that's the usual content. And I've got a couple of other quirky ideas up my sleeve about making my channel specifically unique. Now, I'm not going to go into a huge amount of detail about that, but I have some pretty creative ideas that I certainly have never seen done on YouTube before, and I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be able to pull it off. I'm probably punching way above my weight at this point, but I'm certainly going to give it a go. But I'm not going to give away too many details other than to say my gameplay will not be viewed from the perspective you're watching right now. Think of it more of watching a character in a movie rather than watching a, what is this, first third person perspective. I can't even remember the split between the two, but that's what it'll be, and that's kind of where I'm going. I'll explain more as we go, and we'll go from there. Anyway, this video is about to wrap itself up, so I'd like to thank you for watching. I'd like to give a big shout out to Owen. He knows who he is. I hope you are the first subscriber, little man, and if you are, congratulations, fantastic. And thank you for watching, everybody. I know it's been a bit of a choppy commentary, probably not what you're quite used to, but like I said, I am a complete novice, complete amateur at doing all these commentaries, or, you know, putting YouTube videos together as a whole. If you have liked it, please hit the subscribe button. If you've just liked it, hit the like button. If you didn't like it, well, that's also great, but please give me some constructive feedback so I can get better. This is Mayhem, and thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next one.